National Research Council of Canada Electric Auto Challenge Program. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated. 2026 Electric Vehicle Regenerative Acceleration Innovation Solution Introduction. 2. Dr. Suki Winkler PhD. Professor of Engineering Director, Electric Auto Challenge Program. From, Thane Heins Chairman Thane Heins Energy Incorporated. Date, 4th April 2026. Preamble. The Electric Vehicle Regenerative Acceleration EVRA Innovations Development represents a 25-year-long international and multinational corporation research collaboration which introduces a new global paradigm-shifting sustainable mobility and energy foundation upon which the fourth industrial evolution will be built. This evolution entails the gradual and complete transition away from fossil fuels as a transportation energy source in favor of point-of-use created electromagnetic field energy, which is created in unlimited quantities at the subatomic quantum electron level via electron fusion and electron fission in every current-bearing wire, according to Ørsted's law of creation of energy of 1820. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated is an Ottawa-based clean tech intellectual property development company and is represented by Bogdan Kaprasiu, Chief Executive Officer. Thane Christopher Heins, Chairman. Johnny Poppy, Vice President of Global Business Development. Kent Serba, Vice President Operations. Luc Choquette, Chief Technology Officer. Chiara Bazzani, Director of Media Communications. Sebastian Gollins, Legal. Ali Ipsahani, Marketing. History of Innovation Development. In 2005, Thane Heins Energy Incorporated initiated a research project aimed at exploring the possibility of reducing generator armature reaction in Faraday generators by 5% to 10%, which would make electricity generation slightly more efficient. Generator armature reaction is a counter-electromagnetic torque which opposes the torque supplied by the generator's prime mover. Generator armature reaction is negative work which is performed at infinite efficiency with created electromagnetic field energy. Negative work produces system kinetic energy reduction. In electric vehicle operation, generator armature reaction is colloquially referred to as electric vehicle regenerative braking when in actual fact it is electric vehicle negative motoring, where the generator acts like an electric motor, harnessing created electromagnetic field energy in order to perform negative motor work, turning in the opposite direction, and reducing the electric vehicle's kinetic energy, while recharging the electric vehicle's batteries. In electricity generation, generator armature reaction ensures mathematically that for every 1 watt of electric output power generated, an equivalent minimum of 1 watt of mechanical input power must be supplied to the Faraday generator's drive shaft by the prime mover. In 2007 it was discovered that generator armature reaction could not only be reduced but it could actually be reversed when a load current time delay was introduced into the operation of the regenerative generator coil above a certain frequency of operation, where a complementary electromagnetic torque is produced and positive work is performed, system kinetic energy increase. The energy source for the system acceleration was identified by innovation co-inventors, CD, Adapco, Siemens in 2013 as time-delayed created electromagnetic field energy. In electric vehicle operation, the discovery was called electric vehicle regenerative acceleration, where the electric vehicle is accelerated while recharging the electric vehicle's batteries, above 30 km per hour. Electric vehicle regenerative braking is maintained below 30 km per hour. In electricity generation, generator armature creation ensures that for every 1 watt of electric output power generated, an equivalent of 0 watts of mechanical input power must be supplied to the regenerative generator's drive shaft by the prime mover. The original discovery was validated in 2008 at Massachusetts Institute of Technology by the late Dr. Zahn and then by Dr. Habash and Dean of Engineering Dr. Claude Legge at the University of Ottawa. A research collaboration was established between Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Ottawa University in order to ascertain the source of the unknown acceleration phenomenon. While in the Power Lab at Ottawa University, the regenerative generator's infinite efficiency generation capability was peer-reviewed, validated and replicated by 5 third-year electrical engineering students at Dr. Habash request and the National Research Council of Canada, Doug Hardwick. DRDC, Giovanni Fusina. Queen's University. Magna International, Dave Pascoe. Electric Mobility Canada, Mike Elwood. Ottawa Hydro. Ontario Hydro. Sustainable Development Canada. Carleton University. Electron Energy Corporation, Michael Walmer, Jinfeng Lui, Hija Choi, the entire EEC engineering team. California Diesel and Power, Owen Charles. University of Virginia Rotating Machines and Controls Laboratory, ROMAC, Dr. Paul Allaire. Toroid Technologies, Saverio Panetta. BIONX. Gassel and Associates, James Gassel. Neil Young. Toronto Star, Tyler Hamilton. CBC, Richard Surrett. CTV Ottawa News. Ottawa Citizen. Although quantification of the acceleration phenomenon aka positive work being performed at infinite efficiency, complementary electromagnetic torque performance, with zero external energy being added to the system eluded everyone who visited and tried to explain it. Mike Jenkinson CD Adapco Siemens software engineers helped identify the acceleration in 2012 as a load current time delay, where the Regenx generator's load current was delayed by 50 to 90 degrees when compared to a conventional Faraday generator's load current when viewed on an oscilloscope. U.S. patents were filed by Dr. Leslie Virani, City University of New York, and they were granted in 2018. 2009 Ottawa University National Research Council of Canada Regenx Generator Test Setup. 2009 Ottawa University Doug Hardwick National Research Council of Canada December 2009 Regenx Generator Test 1. 2009 Ottawa University Dr. Giovanni Fusina Defense Research and Development Canada Bitoroid Transformer Peer Review Testing and Validation. 2009 Ottawa University National Research Council of Canada Regenx Generator Test Setup. 2009 Electric Vehicle Regenerative Acceleration Torque Testing for Magna International Vice President of Innovation David Pascoe. 2012 National Research Council of Canada IRAP Report for David Lisk. 2018 Siemens Regenx Generator, Bitoroid Transformer, Electric Vehicle Regenerative Acceleration Test Report. 2023 Ukrainian Kyiv Institute of Thermophysics Memorandum of Understanding for 1000, 30 kWh Regenx generators. 2025 Honorable Julie Dabruzin, Minister of Environment and Climate Change Introduction to Thane Heins Energy Incorporated Innovation. 2026 The New Natural Principles of Newtonian Mechanics Electromechanics, Electrodynamics, Electromagnetism and Electromagnetic Field Energy Creation. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated has 6 existing United States patented technologies, which will all be updated and refiled internationally in 2026. Said patents include the Regenx generator, generator and improved coil therefore having electrodynamic properties. Patent number 10103591. Which operates with a load current time delay, allowing it to reverse generator armature reaction and generate electricity with zero mechanical input power and zero prime mover input energy requirements in electricity generation applications, and to reverse electric vehicle regenerative braking, providing all with electric vehicle regenerative acceleration capabilities, where the electric vehicle is accelerated while recharging the electric vehicle's batteries above 30 km per hour. And regenerative braking below 30 km per hour. Regenx quantum motor, improved motor coil therefore having electrodynamic properties. Patent number, 10103591. Which operates with a load current time delay, allowing it to perform mechanical work, system kinetic energy increase, with zero electrical input energy requirements. Regenx stepper traction motor, flyback mode process harnessing generator action in electric motor. Patent number 10291162. Which redirects motor flyback back electromagnetic field energy back into the electric vehicle's batteries providing electric vehicle regenerative acceleration during motor operation. Back electromagnetic field flyback energy is normally converted to heat in flyback or snubber diodes. Bitoroid transformer, BIT, bitoroid topology transformer. Patent number 9230730, which consumes pure reactive power but delivers real output power to the loads. Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration, net zero electric vehicle mobility, which includes the Regenx generator, Regenx quantum motor, Regenx stepper motor and bitoroid transformer. Patent number 10103591. Patent number 10291162. Patent number 9230730. Because the electric vehicle regenerative acceleration innovation continually recharges the electric vehicle's batteries, during all modes of electric vehicle operation, during acceleration in regenerative acceleration motor operation, during coasting in regenerative acceleration generator operation, and during braking in regenerative braking operation, the electric vehicle driving range is unlimited, electric vehicle plug-in recharging is eliminated, and 80% of electric vehicle battery requirements are also eliminated. Internal combustion engine vehicle regenerative acceleration, net zero fossil fuel mobility, the Regenx generator Regenx quantum motor internal combustion engine alternator electric supercharger innovation is an internal combustion engine alternator which operates with a load current time delay, which means that instead of performing negative work, system kinetic energy decrease deceleration, with created electromagnetic field energy, reducing internal combustion engine power by 7 to 15 horsepower, while increasing fuel consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. It performs positive work, system kinetic energy increase, acceleration, with created and time-delayed electromagnetic field energy. The United States patented Regenx quantum motor coil operates as an electric motor, which does not require any electric input energy in order to perform positive work vehicle acceleration. The Regenx internal combustion engine alternator adds virtually any magnitude of horsepower to the internal combustion engine, while decreasing fuel consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. Ampere's law states that, the strength of the created electromagnetic field energy around a current-carrying conductor is a function of the current magnitude flowing in the conductor generator coil inductor Regenx quantum motor coil. For the Regenx quantum motor maximum torque is derived with a dead short across the Regenx alternator coils. The Regenx internal combustion engine alternator quantum motor recharges the internal combustion engine vehicle's battery while accelerating the internal combustion engine vehicle, adding any magnitude of torque and horsepower to internal combustion engine vehicle, while simultaneously reducing and/or eliminating internal combustion engine fuel consumption at highway speeds, converting every internal combustion engine vehicle on the roads today to non-plug-in hybrid electric vehicles which does not require the addition of batteries. Vehicle-to-grid plug-in discharging, the electric vehicle regenerative acceleration innovation eliminates electric vehicle plug-in recharging requirements, and 80% or more of the electric vehicle battery requirements. In addition, it now provides all electric vehicles with the ability to arrive at their destination with fully charged batteries. Providing electric vehicle owners with vehicle-to-grid plug-in discharging where the electric vehicle owner can sell stored battery power to the grid. Regenx generator Regenx quantum motor coil development. Commercially manufactured Regenx generator coils, which are capable of generating 2 kilowatts of output power with an equivalent of 2 kilowatt of mechanical output power, system acceleration, have been produced by Toroid Technologies of Toronto, Rex Power Magnetics, Toronto, and California Diesel and Power. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated subsidiary company Amphenon will oversee the Canadian and international manufacturing and sale of the 65 billion Regenx coils that will be required in order to produce the 320 million electric vehicle propulsion systems anticipated by 2035. Market valuation exceeds $13 trillion United States dollars. Innovation co-workers and industry collaborators. Siemens, who have been provided with exclusive global manufacturing and manufacturing sub-licensing. Hero Electric, who have been provided with exclusive 2- and 3-wheeled electric vehicle sub-licensing. Toroid Technologies, Co-exclusive Regenx generator coil manufacturing. Rex Power Magnetics, co-exclusive Regenx generator coil manufacturing. California Diesel and Power, exclusive United States of America Regenx generator sublicensing, and innovation collaborators. Magna International. Electron Energy Corporation Dexter Magnetics. And BIONX. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated current business plans. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated is currently in the process of licensing the electric vehicle regenerative acceleration intellectual property to all global electric vehicle and internal combustion engine original equipment manufacturers for free in joint venture partnership agreements. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated also selling all intellectual properties for free in joint venture partnerships. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated infinite efficiency true net zero intellectual properties now make all existing 1800s invented less than 100% efficient Faraday generators, motors, transformers, internal combustion engine alternators, electric vehicle propulsion systems obsolete in 2026, and it is the primary reason why intellectual property licensing is free for everyone. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated will be establishing Regenx coil manufacturing in 2026 at the former ARN-Pereira Aerospace facility in order to initiate the $65 billion Regenx coil manufacturing for Regenx generators, Regenx quantum motors, Regenx stepper motors, bitoroid transformers, electric vehicle propulsion systems, internal combustion engine alternators, quantum superchargers. 100 amp 2 kilowatt. 60 amp 1 kilowatt. 30 amp 500 watt. Commercially manufactured Regenx generator coils. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated current patent portfolio. Generator and improved coil therefore having electrodynamic properties US 20140111054A1. Abstract. The present invention relates to electrical generators and, in particular, to improvements to efficiency in electromechanical energy conversion in electrical generators and electric motors. The regenerative acceleration generator coil according to the present invention takes advantage of the structure of a high impedance multiple loop salient pole winding or low impedance bifilar windings to create a positive armature accelerative reaction rather than a negative decelerative reaction as exhibited by prior art generators, which only have low impedance multiple loops of wire making up their rotor armature. The generator of the present invention reverses these negative effects by delaying current flow in the coil until the rotating magnetic field reaches top dead center. Load current sine waves. Load current sine waves. Flyback mode process harnessing generator action in electric motor. US 102916162B1. Abstract. This invention pertains to a solution to the parasitic problem of motor armature reaction, generator action in electric motors, which causes undesired effects such as neutral plane shift and flux weakening. Prior art interventions such as interpoles and compensating windings add to complexity and cost of electric motors without satisfactorily solving the problematic issues. This invention pertains to a novel method of employing the same primary magnetic field multiple times, first to change electrical input power to mechanical output power and then to reconvert this same stored electromagnetic field energy back into electrical energy for storage and reuse. The primary electromagnetic field energy is used a second time after it has been used to create the desired change in kinetic energy of the secondary magnetic field being acted upon when it is allowed to collapse back into electric storage as it would do naturally once the input current is removed. Regenx direct current pulse motor circuit. Regenx direct current pulse motor circuit motor mode. Regenx direct current pulse motor circuit generator mode. Collapsing magnetic field recovery plus generator action. Bitoroid transformer CA2594905A1. Abstract. The invention provides a means of increasing transformer efficiency above 100%. The transformer consists of a single primary coil and two secondary coils. The two secondary coils are set on a secondary core toroid which is designed to be maintained at a lower reluctance than the primary core toroid throughout the transformer's entire operating range. When the transformer secondary delivers current to a load, the subsequent induced back electromagnetic field is not allowed to couple back to the primary due to the higher reluctance flux path. Instead, the secondary coil's induced back electromagnetic field follows the path of least reluctance into adjacent secondary coil. The bitoroid transformer consumes pure reactive power in the primary coil, zero net power consumption, while delivering real power to the loads at infinite efficiency. Dr. Giovanni Fusina, Defense Research and Development Canada, data from Thane Heins Ottawa University Lab, bitoroid transformer setup, October 24, 2009, 10:40 a.m. Input voltage, input current, load voltage measured off multimeters. Phase angle measured off oscilloscope. Calculated values, input power equals input voltage multiplied by input current multiplied by cosinus of phase angle. Load power equals load voltage squared divided by load resistance. Maximum input voltage is 144.3 volts. Maximum input current is 20.72 milliamps. Phase angle is 90 degrees. Load voltage is 2.655 volts. Load resistance is 10 ohms. Load power is 704.9025 milliwatts, 0.7 watts. Bitoroid transformer principle of operation and design. The bitoroid transformer design employs two secondary coils and the coupling coefficient between the primary and the two secondary coils is 1. On no load, the bitoroid transformer operates like any conventional transformer, although the primary flux is split and shared between two secondaries. The power factor is ideally zero on no load, with pure reactive power being consumed in the bitoroid transformer primary. The bitoroid transformer differs operationally from a conventional transformer when placed on load. The secondary back electromagnetic field induced magnetic flux couples from one secondary to the other via the low reluctance outer flux path route and avoids the high reluctance primary core route. This flux diversion technique allows the primary no-load input current to be maintained and to not increase under load. Allows the primary heat losses to be minimized at no load levels even with short circuits on each secondary. Allows the bitoroid transformer to operate with a no-load power factor while on load with purely resistive loads on the secondaries. Figure 6 shows the magnetic flux flow direction in a bitoroid transformer on no load. When a load is placed on the secondary coils, the load current induces a secondary magnetic field flux which does not couple back through the primary coil. On no load, the bitoroid transformer operates like any conventional transformer with a zero power factor, reactive power and zero net power consumption. On load, the bitoroid transformer operates with a zero power factor, reactive power and zero net power consumption in the primary, because the secondary coil back electromagnetic field induced magnetic flux is diverted away from the primary coil. The on-load induced magnetic flux from secondary coil number 1 is diverted into secondary coil number 2 and vice versa, where it adds to the magnetic flux delivered by the primary. The absence of secondary induced flux coupling back through the primary ensures that the primary current does not increase when placed on load. Bitoroid transformer magnetic diode. The bitoroid transformer is essentially a magnetic diode and only allows power delivery in one direction. The coupling coefficient between the two secondaries is 1, whereas the coupling coefficient between the secondary coils and the primary is 0. The bitoroid transformer completely isolates primary coil from the load with regards to on-load current magnitude increase and power factor variations. Magnetic diode for generators. When employed between an electric generator and a load, the bitoroid transformer also isolates the generator from the load, allowing the generator to deliver reactive power to the bitoroid transformer primary while the bitoroid transformer secondaries deliver real power to the load. Magnetic diode for motors. When placed between a motor and the grid, the bitoroid transformer allows the motor to operate with a near zero power factor as well. Conventional transformer on load power factor equals 1. Bitoroid transformer on load power factor equals 0. In head-to-head comparison between a conventional transformer and a bitoroid transformer on the same load, the bitoroid transformer power factor is reduced by 92% while the primary current remains unchanged from no load to on load, and in some cases primary current is even reduced when placed on load. Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration and unlimited EV driving range e-bike. Demonstration results, unlimited electric vehicle driving range demo. Initial battery voltage is 74.8 volts. E-bike power consumption is 374 watts. E-bike regenerative acceleration power generation equals 401 watts. Final battery voltage 76.7 volts. Duration, 9.5 minutes at 28 km per hour. Distance, 4.33 kilometers. Excess power generated, 27 watts. Result, unlimited driving range. University of Ottawa researched US patented Regenx generator true net zero electricity generation. 2012 National Research Council of Canada Validation Report. 2018 Siemens Validation Report, Test Data and Black Box System Efficiencies. Generator Armature Reaction Reversal. Electric Vehicle Regenerative Braking Reversal Technology Innovations. McMaster University, Mac Auto Dr. Nigel Schofield Regenx Generator Demonstration Validation Protocol. 23 International Independent Regenx Generator Replications since 2008 in Italy, France, Holland and Canada. Holland Regenerative Acceleration Effect Replication. France Regenerative Acceleration Generator Replication. Power input equals 28.98 multiplied by 4.61 equals 133.6 watts. 5956 rotations per minute. Regenx replication by Jean-Louis Naughton. March 17, 2018. Magna International Ottawa University torque tests as requested by David Pascoe, Vice President of Innovation. Dyno testing was conducted on an electric vehicle regenerative acceleration generator prototype to measure negative and positive torque output under different loading conditions. Dyno testing of potential difference generator prototype was accomplished by employing an induction generator as a torque sensor. Output from the induction generator at specific rotations per minute was monitored and recorded as photo data. A direct current motor was used to supply the prime mover drive shaft torque with a fixed motor input. The drive shaft torque was calculated under various potential difference generator load conditions using IEEE accepted equation. Torque in Newton meters equals kilowatts multiplied by 9550 divided by rotations per minute. The load conditions included: no load, conventional generator 7.4 watt loading, regenerative acceleration generator 44.8 watts loading, conventional and regenerative acceleration generator 52.3 watts loading, maximum regenerative acceleration generator loading, infinite load. Quick reference drive shaft torque data and potential difference generator output. No load torque equals 0.29 Newton meters. 7.4 watt conventional generator torque equals 0.26 Newton meters. Conventional generator reduces drive shaft torque. 44.8 watt regenerative acceleration generator torque equals 0.31 Newton meters. Regenerative acceleration generator increases drive shaft torque. 52.3 watt conventional and regenerative acceleration loading torque equals 0.29 Newton meters. Maximum regenerative infinite loading torque equals 0.34 Newton meters. 94 million vehicles are manufactured globally each year, with 1.5 billion vehicles currently on the road today. 100% of all those vehicles will employ electric vehicle regenerative acceleration technology by 2035. In Q1 2025, zero-emission vehicle registrations in Canada fell to just 9.7%, down from 18.9% in Q4 2024, according to new sales data from SP Global. Electric vehicle sales from 2025 to 2030 with global rollout of electric vehicle regenerative acceleration innovation. The Q1 of 2025 performance of Canada's zero electric vehicle market reveals a significant slowdown relative to Q4 2024 and a downward shift compared to Q1 2024, reads the SP report.
with zero-emission vehicle market dropping from 18.9% in Q4 2024 and from 12.5% in Q1 2024 to just under 10% in Q1 2025, stakeholders must carefully evaluate the interplay between regulatory adjustments, economic conditions, and consumer preferences. Unlimited driving range electric vehicle regenerative acceleration infinite efficiency salient pole radial flux motor generator. The new normal for electric vehicle propulsion in 2026. Energy source 100% created electromagnetic field energy. Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration propulsion system. No plug-in charging required. Zero fuel costs. Zero energy costs. Unlimited electric vehicle driving range. The first law of thermodynamics for Faraday generators. The change of internal energy of a system is equal to the heat added to the system minus the work done by the system. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It is a principle of conservation of energy applied to thermodynamic systems, where the change in internal energy equals heat added to the system minus work done by the system. Electricity generation according to Lenz's law of induction and Ørsted's first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics for regenerative generators and electric vehicle regenerative acceleration. The change in internal energy of a regenerative generator and electric vehicle regenerative acceleration system is equal to the heat subtracted from the system plus the work being done by the system. The first law of thermodynamics for regenerative generators and electric vehicle regenerative acceleration system states that electromagnetic field energy can be created. It is a principle of Ørsted's law of creation of energy applied to electrodynamic systems. The change in energy equals energy and heat subtracted from the system plus the work being done by the system. Positive work performed at infinite efficiency with created electromagnetic field energy. Complementary electromagnetic torque. Volkswagen electric vehicle powertrain with obsolete Faraday propulsion from 1822 and 1834. 86 kWh battery pack with plug-in recharge. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated Amphenom electric vehicle regenerative acceleration propulsion skateboard. 10 kW battery pack with plug-in discharge. Tesla battery size equals 75 kWh. Energy sources are plug-in recharging and regenerative braking. Range is 260 miles at 75 miles per hour. Cost per mile equals from 4.67 cents to 9.7 cents. Tesla Model 3 performance with electric vehicle regenerative acceleration technology. Battery size just 10 kWh. Energy sources, electromagnetic field energy harvesting regenerative acceleration motor, electromagnetic field energy harvesting regenerative acceleration generator and regenerative braking. Range is unlimited miles at 75 miles per hour. Cost per mile 0 cents. Windrose electric truck R700 with Faraday propulsion. Power and performance, 1,400 horsepower, 729 kWh battery pack, driving range 670 kilometers, about 420 miles, while loaded. Windrose electric truck R700 with 2007 electric vehicle regenerative acceleration propulsion. Power and performance, 1,400 horsepower, 145 kWh battery pack. Driving range unlimited miles while loaded. Michael Faraday's electric vehicle regenerative braking technology from 1834. Battery size is 900 kWh. Battery weight is 12,000 lbs. Battery cost is $80,000. Energy consumption per mile is 1.7 kWh. Driving range is 500 miles. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated electric vehicle regenerative acceleration technology from 2007. Battery size is 10 kWh. Battery weight is 100 lbs. Battery cost is $1,000. Energy generation per mile equals 2 kWh. Driving range is unlimited miles. Unlimited flying range eVTOL aviation. Distributed electrical propulsion,
a promising innovation for aviation. Distributed electrical propulsion is a propulsion system in which the thrust generation comes from 3 or more electrically powered propulsors, and DEP systems may be fully electric, with electric motors receiving power from batteries, or hybrid, with electric motors receiving power from generators operating with gas turbines or electricity. Electromagnetic field energy electrical propulsion, a new quantum leap innovation for aviation. Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration aviation propulsion is electromagnetic field energy propulsion in which the thrust generation comes from 3 or more electromagnetic field energy powered regenerative motor propulsors. EVRA systems may be fully electric, with electric motors receiving power from batteries while simultaneously generating power back to the batteries, or hybrid electric, with infinite efficiency regenerative quantum electric motors, which do not require additional batteries. Humanoid plug-in recharging is obsolete in 2026. The innovation was called regenerative, which is short for Regen Extra. The backing theory for the regenerative generator coil was developed and performance validated countless times in the Power Lab at the University of Ottawa from 2007 to 2010.5, right after being initially validated at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Infinite amounts of photon energy is created during electron fission, absorption, and electron fusion, emission, in all current-bearing wires. Pending Nobel laureate physicist Thane Heins developed 6 United States patented cleantech innovations in the University of Ottawa Power Lab, which harness created photon electromagnetic field energy, which is created in unlimited amounts inside every current-bearing wire at the subatomic quantum electron level, which now allows any magnitude of work to be performed at infinite efficiency. Physics of yesterday. Heinrich Friedrich Lenz, a Russian physicist who devised Lenz's law to describe the direction of flow of electric current generated by a wire moving through a magnetic field. He is best known for Lenz's law. An induced current will create electromagnetic field energy, which will perform negative work and oppose the changing magnetic field, that is, reduce its kinetic energy, that induced the current. It is the reason for the negative sign in Faraday's law of induction. Physics of today. Thane Heins, a Canadian physicist who devised Hein's law of induction to describe the direction of the flow of time-delayed electric current-bearing wire moving through a magnetic field. He is best known for Hein's law of induction. An induced and time-delayed electric current will create time-delayed electromagnetic field energy, which will perform positive work and assist the changing magnetic field, that is, increase its kinetic energy, that induced the current. Hein's law of induction places a positive sign in front of Faraday's law of induction. Reversing Faraday's law of induction. Inserting a plus sign in Faraday's law. Lenz's law of induction. How negative work is performed by instantaneously created electromagnetic field energy according to the work-energy principle and the law of creation of energy. According to Faraday's law, whenever a voltage is generated in a generator coil in a closed circuit, a current is caused to flow in that circuit. The direction of the induced current has a definite relation to the variation of the magnetic field that produced it. This relation is formalized by a law of physics called Lenz's law of induction, which may be stated as follows: an induced voltage in a current-carrying conductor will cause an instantaneous current to flow in the closed circuit in such a direction that the direction of the electromagnetic field energy that is created will perform instantaneous negative work in actively and physically opposing the change that produced it. Faraday's law: electromagnetic field equals minus the number of turns n multiplied by the rate of change of magnetic flux. The minus sign denotes Lenz's law. EMF is the term for generated or induced voltage. For case of a generator, for example, when the induced current is caused to flow through a load connected to the generator, electric energy is expended. The created electromagnetic field photon energy is always in a direction so that it reacts with the main generator field and it performs negative work in opposing the turning action of the prime mover, which is driving the generator, decelerating it and reducing its kinetic energy via a counter-electromagnetic torque. The exact magnitude of negative work performed by the created electromagnetic field photon energy can be calculated by employing the work-energy principle. Work energy principle. This means that the work done is equal to the change in the kinetic energy. 1/2 of mass multiplied by final velocity squared minus 1/2 of mass multiplied by initial velocity squared. If the net work is negative, kinetic energy decreases. Heins' law of induction. How positive work is performed by created and time-delayed electromagnetic field energy according to the work energy principle and the law of creation of energy. Heins' law of induction. According to Faraday's law, whenever a voltage is generated in a generator coil in a closed circuit, a time-delayed current is caused to flow in that circuit. The direction of the induced and time-delayed current has a definite relation to the variation of the magnetic field that produced it. This relation is formalized by a law of physics called Heins' law of induction, which may be stated as follows: an induced voltage is a current-carrying conductor will cause a time-delayed current to flow in the closed circuit in such a direction that the time-delayed electromagnetic field energy that is created will perform positive work in actively and physically assisting the change that produced it. Electromagnetic field equals the number of turns multiplied by the rate of change of magnetic flux. The positive sign denotes Heins' law. In the case of a generator, for example, when the time-delayed induced current is caused to flow through a load connected to the generator, electric energy is expended in the load. The created electromagnetic field photon energy is always in a direction so that it reacts with the main generator field and it performs positive work in assisting the turning action of the prime mover which is driving the generator, accelerating it and increasing its kinetic energy via a complementary electromagnetic torque. The exact magnitude of positive work performed by the created electromagnetic field photon energy can be calculated by employing the work energy principle. Work energy principle. This means that the work done is equal to the change in the kinetic energy. 1/2 of mass multiplied by final velocity squared minus 1/2 of mass multiplied by initial velocity squared. If the net work is positive, the kinetic energy increases. Ørsted's law of creation of energy of 1820. The law of creation of energy states that electromagnetic field energy can be created and absorbed at subatomic quantum electron level via electron fission and electron fusion in a current-bearing wire. The process of electromagnetic field energy creation and energy absorption at the subatomic quantum electron level via electron fission and electron fusion in all current-bearing conductors. When an electromotive force, electron motive force, or voltage is applied or induced in a current-bearing wire according to Faraday's law of induction, it causes loose electrons to exit their valence orbits via electron fission and cascade within the wire as electric current. When the unstable and disassociated electrons return back down to their lower energy level valence orbits via electron fusion, they emit photons, which create and constitute the electromagnetic field energy around the current-bearing wire. The subatomically created electron fusion photon energy is the internally created energy source, which performed positive electromechanical work and increased the kinetic energy of Ørsted's compass needle in 1820 while simultaneously violating Newton's first law of motion. This subatomically created electron fusion photon energy is the same internally created energy source, which has been performing all the negative work in every electric generator since 1834 according to Lenz's law of induction, the work energy principle and the law of creation of energy. 2007 original Regenx generator prototype. Toroid coil. High impedance accelerating Regenx generator coil with 30 gauge wire. Permanent magnet rotor. 2012 Hero electric e-scooter integration. Regenx integration project. 2009 Ottawa University third year electrical engineering students Regenx internal combustion engine alternator replication. 2009 Ottawa University Regenx torque tests for Magna International generator. 2012 prototype development for Jaguar Land Rover. 2012 David Lisk National Research Council of Canada Regenx generator report. 2016 McMaster University, Dr. Schofield Regenx demonstration protocol. 2017 University of Ontario Technical Institute presentation. 2018 Siemens report. 2019 Magna International presentation. 2025 Honorable Julie Dabruzen, Minister of Environment and Climate Change. Introduction to Thane Heins Energy Innovations. 2025 New Natural Principles of Electromagnetism. 2008 to 2025 The Regenx generator innovation has been replicated and validated more than 22 times independently in Canada, Italy, France and Holland since 2008 and is currently being replicated by Chinese physicists at Beijing University. How to eliminate 100% of air pollution, carbon dioxide, nuclear waste and human mortality produced in all electricity generation on Earth forever. The Regenx generators' performance have been independently performance validated multiple times by industry professionals and academia since the original discovery in 2007 by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Ottawa University, Canadian National Research Council, Defence Research and Development Canada, Concordia University, Queen's University, McMaster University, Waterloo University, Quebec Institute Vehicle Innovation, Electric Mobility Canada, Siemens, California Diesel and Power, Electron Energy Corporation, Gal Power Systems, Toroid Technologies, Ottawa Hydro, Ontario Hydro. Kinectrix Labs, Magna International, Jean-Louis Naudin Labs France, Redic Engineering Incorporated, Ottawa Valley Hydro, Canadian Hydro Components, Energy Power, Hero Electric, Lito Green Motion, Mahindra Electric, Next Electric Vehicle, Electric Vehicle World, Cross-Chasm Technologies, Bionex, Canadian Solar, Plasco Energy, CATS Design, Stratford Managers, Telops. And by the Ukrainian National Academy of Science, Thermophysics Engineering Division in 2023 at Lamarche Electric in Rockland, Ontario. And by Pierre Poilievre, 16,000 trillion to zero demonstration in Almonte, Ontario. Introduction to the problem. Faraday generator and the first law of thermodynamics operation. Introduction to the solution, U.S. patented Regenx generator innovation and the new first law of thermodynamics operation. The new first law of thermodynamics for electric mobility. Agreement to introduce innovations to Canadians and the world in the Canadian House of Commons. Energy-related carbon dioxide emissions worldwide from 1990 to 2050, by fuel in billion metric tons. Carbon dioxide emissions using conventional electric generators. Carbon dioxide using Regenx electric generators. First law of thermodynamics for Faraday generators. The net change in the total energy of a system is equal to the heat added to the system minus the work done by the system. The new first law of thermodynamics for Regenx generators, the net change in the total energy of a system is equal to the heat subtracted from the system plus the work done by the system. How to eliminate 100% of the air pollution, carbon dioxide, nuclear waste and human mortality produced in all electricity generation and mobility on Earth forever. Thane Heins Energy Incorporated.